RPM Trade Vietnam in this bitch. What is up, man? So of course, I'm gonna get right into it, man. Of course, like I expected, like anybody would expect, including the people involved in this event, which I believe was a stage event to some degree. Somebody's lying. There's some expectation for this to happen. There's some preparation. I'm just not willing to cut no slack. As soon as you want me to take it seriously, then I'm gonna take everything seriously, like the normal protocol of how Secret Service is supposed to handle these kind of things. This is just obvious stuff. Everybody's talking about this stuff right now because everybody understands that they would have a protocol, and any deviation from the protocol that would have resulted in this happening organically is way too much of a fatal error for me to give Secret Service the respect that they deserve, while at the same time assuming that this was an organic. There's something wrong with this shit, and I know for damn sure, because there's a checking mechanism that you can apply to these things to see if on any level at all things were planned or contrived, and it was. The gematria is all over this shit. There's no way that shit is going to consistently line up in the way that it does. You know, like I always say about gematria whenever I mention it, I do not give a fuck if somebody is, for example, let's say Zach is completely and utterly doing absolutely nothing but spreading a false application of the practice of gematria. If that is what Zach is doing, none of that wouldn't even bother me, because I know that he's not the source of the miscommunication, the perversion of gematria. If it's being perverted from its original intent, purpose, or practice, or anything else that anybody wants to apply to it, none of that matters. Zach is not the one who's perverting it. Somebody else is, and he's exposing it. To point to Zach as if he's somehow to blame for things, I don't know, man. I'm pretty damn sure that it's a cognitive shift in perspective that makes the difference between whether or not people think Zach is a bad person or not, based on the work that he does. Now, if he's personally done something to you, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't know that. I'm not a judge, jury, and execution about none of that shit. I could care less, really. He's never done anything to me. Everything else is hearsay, and I don't give a fuck. I never measured those kinds of things against how I feel about Zach's work first, and then Zach second. Zach comes second to me in his channel and his shit. I care more about the work. Zach comes after that, and even what I know of Zach personally after that doesn't seem like a bad person to me. I think he has good intentions. I don't think anybody doing what it is that he does is the kind of person that also revels in the idea of him being better than anybody else. I don't think that that's what he's trying to do. I think he's finding some of that to be true in the fact that something he believes to be so easily understood is going right past the minds of the average person, mostly. And mostly because of their emotional recoil at the idea, and not at some fucking fanciful position that they think that they have, as if they have mastered gematria, applied it correctly, and found Zach's work to be in error. No, haters aren't really doing that so much. It's a whole bunch of feelings and emotions and confusions and fear and all type of shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. The numbers are there, and the numbers, along with tangible, in your face, no conspiracy theory needed, as fucking observations in the correlation that Trump has with Grover Cleveland, JFK, and there's one other person he's got this weird correlation with. These similarities, these commonalities in major magnified parts of their life that would only even come out in politics anyway. But then we find these people on the political stage. I'd have to say that it was all related. It's just it's hard for me to ignore it. I'm waiting for gematria to fucking present a whole bunch of numbers that won't connect. A whole bunch of shit that never fucking draws a correlation between one event and another. Every time you do the exact same formula over and over again, and you start drawing these correlations, the dots will connect themselves. If you don't know what gematria is, check out Gematria Effect News 25 here on YouTube. Choose for yourself. I don't give a fuck what a hater says. You should not even give a fuck what I say when I say that I rock with gematria. You should come in and be as neutral as possible and listen to a video on Zach's channel, Gematria Effect News 25 and Gematria Effect Sports. Go check it all out. If you listen to it with some sincerity, don't listen to it as if Zach has come up with something and he wants to see if it applies, and then it does apply, and then he says, wow, this is weird because this applies. He found someone describing the application of these things. And then when he went to apply it, he says, I'll be damned. What this guy says is connected and hidden inside the English language to speak a language between the people in the know, between the movers, the watchers, the elitists. When you look at them, you can see that something that they developed has multiple channels of communication. Multiple channels of communication. And their communication is crystal clear in the shadows where you will not look, but then you do participate when you say that you were born on a Tuesday. You can't even say your birthday. You can't even say your name without playing that game. It's the English language. This is what it is that you love. This is what you express your entire existence through. You sing the songs, you argue, you debate, you profess your love. You use the English language to do all these things. In that Gregorian calendar, you should know where it comes from. Knowing where it comes from is paramount, because then it's going to help you link the control system that we see in place right now today that you cannot deny. You can see that there's a lineage and a link and a relationship between the development and the application of all of these things. Big pharma and the medicine shit, big tech, your Gregorian calendar, the oil industry, the banking industry, the prison industrial complex, all of your politicians, all of your fucking athletes, your favorite athletes, all of these celebrities. If they all of those things that move your entire perception of reality itself, if all of those things were given to you by one group of people, you got to be smart enough to know that there's something fishy going on behind that, possibly, and it's best that you just look just in case, in the same way that a crime scene investigator will look. You should just go look just in case. I'm not saying that you need to believe this shit. Shut the fuck, man. Be a fucking adult and listen to what it is that I'm saying. I don't give a fuck what you believe before or after you check into gematria. I'm telling you, you owe it to yourself that if you want to say fuck that, please say fuck that with the knowledge of what it is. And please say fuck that with a better answer to why a number coded system hidden inside the English language appears to be revealing communication of ritualistic practices, which are also hidden from you. Because you don't practice or believe this stuff. What is Tisha B'Av? And you walk up to the average American and say, what is Tisha B'Av and when is it? What is it and when is it? You go, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? They're not going to even know what you're saying. Stop playing. You know that that's true. Look into Tisha B'Av and see what it is, and you'll go, oh my goodness. And now look throughout history to see if you see somebody celebrating Tisha B'Av as a ritual. Did anybody celebrate it? Find out what it is, and then look around the world to see if anybody celebrated it. It's that simple. When you do that, then you go, who will celebrate this? And look at these celebrations. They look like human sacrifices of ancient times that you guys used to fucking tell us that this is what ancient people used to do for ritualistic purposes, but people don't do this no more. And then you guys in the shadows are celebrating and paying homage to our ancient culture, our ancient religion, ancient rituals and traditions, and then it actually looks like you celebrate them the same way that they would have celebrated it then, with blood sacrifices and human sacrifices and shit. Some of the stories even mirror these ancient stories. I want somebody to deny gematria and all of that and what it is that I just explained right now. Not just the number of things, the way you think is debatable. Now I'm talking about the entire history, everything that is wrapped in. It's a package deal of information. What is Tisha B'Av? What is Yom Kippur? Is anybody celebrating these holidays? Are they? Possibly look for ritualistic things that might mirror the original story or intent behind Tisha B'Av or Yom Kippur. Please do it. When you do this stuff, you're going to be like, okay, look at you motherfuckers still doing the same song and dance that this fucking ancient culture and ritual is asking for someone to do, to pay homage to it, to worship and respect it. You guys actually did a performance, and it cost human lives, just like it would back then. Human sacrifices. You guys never stop doing this stuff. What's wrong with fucking checking in to see if that's what somebody's doing right in front of you? Use the celebrities to do it. Who else would they use? They already have harnessed all of the energy from him. When your fucking favorite fucking rapper dies, or your favorite fucking country singer dies, they know that there's going to be an accelerated boost in record sales, merch, and all types of shit. That's literally harnessing energy, because you're going to go work and take your time and energy away from your family to go put it into something else, to build a business through your gainful employment, to which for which you will be paid, and then that energy is represented in a fucking dollar. We all know the fucking dollar was built on a fucking crime. It's not legit. It took a crime to do it. It's a crime to even fucking implement the petrodollar and then to tax us on it. It's a crime wrapped in a crime wrapped in a crime. Nonetheless, it is a representation of your life's energy. And then they say, give me that, because this country singer died, and you've bought fucking 7 of these motherfucking shirts in your life, and you're going to buy the 8th one because the motherfucker died. Now buy the fucking shirt that they sold to you 7 years in a row when you spent your hard-earned money chasing them down, going to show and live venues and all this other shit. Yeah, do all of that. They are harnessing energy, literally. It's not even a metaphorical, spiritual fucking thing that I'm trying to say to you to get you to fucking jump into some abstract train of thought to understand it when I say that they are harnessing energy. I mean it very literally. You traded that energy for the fucking dollar, then you gave them the fucking dollar for the what? For the what? For them to help make somebody famous and well known, so that the energy that you put into a world famous celebrity, that it benefits everything else that they have going on. The prison industrial complex, when you talk about rap and how it was sabotaged and all this other shit, and geared towards criminal activity to influence the youth after they killed all of our fucking heroes and flooded these fucking hoods with cocaine. Where that cocaine come from, CIA, you punk bitches. See, this is what I'm saying. It's all connected. It's all connected. And now you see all the fucking satanic worship and hand gestures and symbolism and flat out mocking of these rituals in exaggerated form, to which you can fucking find some entertainment in. When they do the devil worship, like the fucking who's the guy that did dressed up like a devil with the fucking top hat when he did that fucking performance a year or two ago with Sam whatever the fuck. They do it right in front of you. And then when I say, oh yeah, just like that, and they're not just mocking you with images on the screen, they actually perform real, respect it for what it is that you calling it when you a fucking Christian, and you think that Satan is calling his people to him for the fucking final war against him and God's peoples. Y'all act like y'all in the middle of the last days. And then when I say they are fucking ritualistically and satanically worshiping something, and they need human sacrifices to fucking appease this thing, whatever it is, and that your soul's energy, your time that you spend here when you should be soul searching, but instead you are working a job, to then take that money and that representation that you were not praying to your God or meditating. You weren't. You were working instead of doing that soul searching type of shit. And then you took that energy and that representation of that and gave it to Satan so that he can have Sam, whoever the fuck is this motherfucker's name is, to get on the stage and dance like the fucking devil while dressed like this iconic image of the devil, and get you guys to fucking chant and sing and dance, and probably even get drunk and fuck a stranger that night, depending on what you was on after the fucking concert. You will go do all of this shit and pay all your money and do all of this shit under the influence of alcohol, which they call spirits. Y'all do all of this silly ass shit, and y'all act like me somehow asking y'all to look to these things to see how deep it goes, and that you might need to consider gematria, at least for your own self. Judge for yourself whether it's cool or not, because you would hate to miss it because you let another fucking man tell you not to listen to it. Another man told you not to listen and you said okay. Stop pretending to be grown fucking men to me. Stop pretending to be tough. Stop pretending to be smart and wise and humanitarian and all of that shit. You guys are a bunch of bitches. Some of y'all, way too many of y'all. That's why they're getting away with whatever it is they're getting away with right in front of you. I just listened to what's this bitch's? I can't even remember this bitch's name. She's a former Secret Service agent, and she's on the YouTube channel Today. They got 4.6 million subs today. You know, the big media, right? This bitch, they got like over 2 million views on this in like a day or two. They love this juicy shit because it gives their channels some relevance. CNN, Fox News, MSNBC and shit. They loving the spike in this Trump shit right now. Because finally somebody's willing to listen to them, because we got to go there to do the fucking research. We know what to bounce our real truth and research up against. They bullshit. It's good to know what it is that they're gonna bullshit you about. It's hard to watch them, but every now and then I peek into CNN and MSNBC and shit so I can see what they saying. So I can be like, do y'all ever tell any truth? And they go, yeah, y'all do. And then y'all manipulate it, y'all bend it, y'all do all of this weird shit. They got to give you some juice. They got to give you some of the truth, right? But this bitch, former Secret Service, she says, number one, she feel like if they allowed them to get on that fucking roof like that, something's wrong. And then she went on with the fucking interview and examining what it is that they did. And at every angle possible, she tried to cut them some slack, cover for their bullshit, paint it over, and then the host joined in too. So it was not an unbiased examination. They came in with an agenda to fucking report on the story, but then to make it look like it could have been an honest mistake, but a mistake nonetheless, and maybe it wasn't even that big of a mistake. The fucking interviewer said, it's easy, and it's easy to say what should have been done in hindsight. Bitch, the fucking crime scene right there should have been in hindsight, because the Secret Service should have been there for days in advance, making themselves familiar with the fucking area, so when Trump got out there that day, that should have been their hindsight, because they've been there before. Watching the whole fucking area, surveying all of the shit, knowing what to do to keep somebody from being able to do something. It's way too easy. And I love it when that common sense shit supersedes the bullshit that they did and what they're trying to do to cover for their bullshit. When any average fucking American knows, put Secret Service on the roof where you would want the bad guy not to be. That way, if they fucking show up, you're already there. Surprise, you're arrested. That's if we don't shoot this motherfucker down for even trying to play us. The Secret Service didn't come like that day. How y'all didn't come like that day? Fucking pussies. Shut y'all bitch ass up, and they all in the news calling these motherfuckers heroes. I hate y'all. You motherfuckers will play politically correct. Y'all won't shame motherfuckers when they fail at their job. Y'all had one job and it was easy. Why was y'all not there 2 weeks before then, going over and over again what the plan was, what the landscape looks like, and what to do to make it impossible? That's a job you're supposed to overdo. If you underdo it and you witnessed yourself underdoing that shit and you knew it, there's a problem here, and it's a familiar story, which is why I don't trust that this wasn't some kind of a inside job on some level, on one side or another. Maybe Trump wasn't involved. I think that he was. I think there's too much to ride on, too much for him to gain so much by this happening, but have absolutely nothing to do with it happening. I just don't believe that, because when Pac died, that was a fucking front. Y'all lied too fucking much. Fuck y'all. When Biggie died, and when a lot of other people have died, but these two examples stand out to me big time because I know the stories well. Everybody said that was involved, that was there. They said, possibly without realizing what it is that they were saying, maybe just saying it because they just couldn't believe that out of all of the opportunities and possibilities that this is what had manifested. They couldn't believe it themselves. But the night the night Biggie and Pac died, they had the least amount of security that they ever have. They've never been that naked in regards to security. Then the night that somebody also decided to try them to find that soft spot. You gave them a soft spot that you never give. The one day you're lacking, someone shows up to try you. That's weird to me. That shooter should have showed up and tried to climb that ladder and had a fucking rifle pointed at him, going down the ladder at him. And then two fucking people flanking him on the sides of the ladder, calling him down off of that ladder, maybe even shooting him down off the ladder. The fact that he made it all the way up there and people are pointing and he can get 8 shots off or 6 or 8 shots or whatever, I can't even discredit Secret Service enough to call them so stupid that they made an honest mistake. I don't think they're stupid enough to make that honest mistake. I just don't. You already wanted me to respect them for what they are. And when I respect them for what it is, the job that they have, then I have to say that it goes above and beyond a mistake when something like that can happen on their watch. And a real crime scene investigator was start investigating and interrogating and tracking social media, phone records, other communication, and all of that from all of the Secret Service guys that were on duty that day, because maybe they have been compromised, bribed, sexually blackmailed, because they're all potentially victimized by that blackmail and sexual blackmail especially, and then big reward. You can control almost anybody by doing that. The only way out of that is self-checkout. And sometimes guys just get the fuck out of here because they can't stand the heat once they get inside, and then they realize what's really going on in the belly of the beast. Fuck y'all. Everybody who covered for this shit and acting like they already know the fucking story, and they conspiracy theorists are trying to fucking disrespect the dead people. Y'all are all some fucking weirdos, and I hope all of y'all just go away. Where's this rapture? Jesus, come get your people, bruh. Come get these motherfuckers the fuck out of here, bro. Engineer X, what up? Rick James, Paula. Who else in this motherfucker? Angel's in here, what up? What up, Angel? Always happy to see you around, Angel. What up, Trey and everybody? Rap Samples, what up, Rap Samples? Listen, man. Motherfuckers is goofy. I got to get out of here, get my ass back to work. But for real, the Trump thing pisses me off, and I feel like my intelligence, along with your intelligence, is being insulted when a former Secret Service agent can get up there and say that if this and this happened like this and it was their fault, man, they fucked up, and then the rest of the interview you covered and made excuses for them. Kiss my dick, stupid. Y'all real stupid, goofy asses the fuck out of here. Y'all fucking all the freedom up, all of the, and I'm not talking about patriotic freedom only. I'm talking about spiritual freedom. I can't even ponder my own existence without having to sift through all of this bullshit. Man, get the fuck out of here. People can say go meditate, go see a therapist. Man, fuck that. I'm still gotta come out here to the real fucking world and be like, damn, government got these nuclear weapons and this fucking media that they use, and I don't even know what to believe no more. I don't even know who I am or nothing. Not just racially or culturally. I'm talking about spiritually, man. Historically, global history, bro. We should be fucking obsessing over ancient history, bro. We should be obsessing over that, because if something back then could give us a better picture of who we are, that would then in turn tell us what we really should be doing. I think we will be less likely to spin our wheels in this fucking government game that has nothing to do with nothing. Government just showed up not too long ago, and look at what it is that they're doing, totally fucking this shit up. I blame them for everything, and I have a right to do that. Because what else is anybody else's fault, man, when the foundation of what it is that we got going on here is being clouded by all of the fucking bullshit, hypnosis, and mind control, and the fucking TV, the cartoons, the food fucked up, the school system fucked up. Kiss my dick. Y'all are dumb. Can't even call this shit free. The whole foundation is fucked up. You don't even know where to begin to say, well, this part is really me. You don't even know what part of you to call that, to say this part is really me, untainted and untouched and unbothered by their bullshit. Not a fiber in your fucking being is unbothered. They've hijacked your whole shit. And I, for one, take great offense to that. They owe me some souls for that. I want my soul's energy the fuck back. All the tax money, all of the fucking all of the grief, pain, and suffering y'all have caused me, with all of this fucking PTSD and trauma of how y'all scared us about world wars all in school and shit, the slavery. Y'all probably not even telling the truth about what the fuck that is, because I don't think that y'all spent all of the work and the effort to build these motherfucking slave ships, to then travel over there to risk all of y'all motherfucking lives, safety and health and well-being and shit, to then risk the same for your fucking cattle that you supposedly brought off the west coast of Africa way the fuck over here doing across the same path that all the hurricanes go through, and look at all the fucking hurricanes popping up out of no fucking where they coming from. Don't get me fucking started. All of that happened, and y'all usually, slavery usually works like you enslave the indigenous people in the lands that you're conquering. They know them well. They know how to farm and all this other shit. Their lands, they know what's up. They know the weather patterns. You will go take strangers of this fucking land and tell them that they are forced to fucking master agriculture and other shit as fucking slave. Man, shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up. I don't fucking believe you. And if I'm wrong, I would just rather have my discontent lead me to the truth, that I'm actually wrong. It's worth all of the journey to figure it out. In the meantime, y'all definitely deserve to be called fucking liars, because you might be lying. Now, fucking liars, shut y'all bitch ass up. And y'all gonna lie to my great-grandkids about what happened Saturday. Y'all gonna lie, bro. Y'all are gonna lie. And you know they gonna lie because they lied to you right now about what? All this history and shit. You still don't know who smoked Kennedy. Was George Washington the first president or not? And what does that mean? What does that story entail when you question George Washington first president? First elected? First congressional? Oh, okay. But why you gotta distinguish like that? What happened before? They won't tell you. You gotta go find it. Then you gotta hope that you find the truth. And then you gotta be smart enough to apply to today's world, because each day is connected to the fucking next one. There is no separation. I was never a slave, but that shit is fucking with me right now because y'all have given government illusion the power to manipulate whatever fucking remnants of the fucking racism that can be left to be had. And people will implement their racist intent inside of that shit. I work with a girl that admitted that she grew up being scared of black people. I'm glad she's not a cop. Imagine her being a cop. She admitted to me that she grew up scared of black people. All of them, across the fucking board. That's what she said. What if she was your governor, having to play PC like she ain't got no issue with black folks, but she do? I don't like y'all. When y'all act like I'm the bad guy for questioning this stuff, and y'all need to do some soul searching and some real honest observation of how the world works. Because y'all feelings are keeping y'all from admitting that the Trump shit looks weird. I don't give a fuck if you rock with Trump. If you can rock with Trump and then look at this and say, none of this shit looks nefarious to me at all, then that's the kind of diehard patriotism that I like to see. Because if they're going to implement a draft, I think your ballot should be your ticket into the draft. If you vote for the candidate that says that as your president he wants war, you should have to go. And then when y'all run out of bodies over there, y'all should say, who voted and lost? Your guy lost, you're up next. You chose to play the game. All of the voters should have to go, I think. Because I think it makes moral sense to look at the people and say, you didn't trust government business enough to vote? You didn't vote because you didn't think that any of that shit will turn into any good? Oh, you don't like either candidate? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, okay, so when either candidate says something, you standing like, no, fuck that? Then... To be morally sound, we have to tell you that you shouldn't have to fight for a guy that you actually despise. So I guess you're out of the draft. The people who don't vote shouldn't have to be drafted. Not their kids either. I already said no to the system. I think something is wrong, and I think that y'all like war. I think y'all like to fight. War is a racket. So when y'all get into office and then you want a war, why would it make sense to me that the guy that said that I had a feeling you was going to do that war shit, well, why would you make me or my kids go? I think you're out of your mind. It's not even morally sound to even say that, not even as an American. Every American should say, if you don't have faith and trust in your U.S. government, you shouldn't have to fight for it. Then people say, then why do you live here? Because I was born here and I ain't got to go nowhere. That's why. Y'all got my tax money and I want it back. Until y'all come clean on this fucking debt y'all got, I am not going anywhere. I got a whole list of demands. Actually, y'all can kiss my dick. If y'all want to fight about this freedom, then prove y'all want to die to take it. Because you're going to have to die to take the freedom. I don't even know it's very American to tell the U.S. government, the Chinese government, the Russian government, the Cuban government, tell all their ass, they'll all fucking die to get the freedom. We ain't letting it, we will not relinquish this shit to no one. Not D.C., not fucking Hong Kong. Fuck all of you motherfuckers. Y'all can all get in the fucking dirt where the worms are for all I care. We're all going to go there anyway, and thus, I don't give a fuck. And thus, I don't care. You fucking understand me? Y'all bitch ass up. Bitches. Nothing but bitches. Wu Bang, RPM Trade Vietnam in this bitch. Get a fucking gun today and stop believing everything that they say to you, because you know they gonna lie to you. You don't know they gonna lie. When will they not lie? What would be their reason not to lie to you? They care that much about you that they won't lie? Halfway for me waiting to go all the way. I don't know what that means, Laura, but you probably talking some good shit because you're a cool person. Laura, me too, with all this fuckery. Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, Rick James, y'all know what's up. Man, I gotta go, man. I love y'all, man. Don't let them lie to you. I don't want nobody to lie to y'all. I don't want nobody to hurt y'all. And whoever's lying, trying to hurt you, I hope they die. Period. Now point to whoever fits that description, and then just know that I wish death upon them for fucking with you. I'm trying to help y'all, man. I'm trying to help y'all. Damn.